few. You've probably all heard it before, but it's about these two guys who are hiking through the mountains of Canada. It's a bright sunny day. They have their backpacks on. They have their hiking boots on. Did somebody use this already? No, but you know the joke. Usually people don't laugh before the punchline. So they're hiking around, and it's a great day, and all of a sudden, both of the guys, they stumble across this hungry, 600-pound grizzly bear. So clearly they're a little bit nervous. One of the guys sits down on the rocks, takes off his hiking boots, and puts on his running shoes. The other guy looks at him and says, "What are you doing? You can't outrun a bear." The other guy looked back at him and said, "I know. I only need to outrun you." And that, to me, is the definition of innovation. It is not about new ideas, new products, new processes, new business models. It is about staying one step ahead of the competition. And by the way, when you're running away from the bear, make sure you don't run into an alligator or someone else that's a new entrant that you didn't anticipate. It is about adaptability. It's about repeated change. It's not change once. It's ongoing, sustainable, predictable change. That, to me, is the essence of what innovation is about, is being able to create this mindset where you can continually reinvent yourself. Whether it's incremental change or radical change, you have a portfolio of change. That's really what I'm going to talk about. So that's sort of the first point of view. The second thing is, I'll tell you a quick story, an embarrassing story in some respects. And I want you to imagine for a moment you have to get to a really important meeting. This is like a meeting you don't want to miss. So you have your bags packed, you have your plane tickets, you have your hotel reservations, you have your GPS, you got your car rental, you get on the plane, you fly to your destination, you get off the airplane, you pull out your GPS, you pull out your BlackBerry, your iPhone to look at the address of the hotel, and you realize you have a problem. Well, the meeting you're going to is in a different country, and you don't have your passport. So this happened to me 2 weeks ago. I had a gig in Niagara Falls. I don't know why, but in my head I was convinced that the meeting was on the American side of Niagara Falls. It was actually in Ontario, Canada. I didn't have my passport because it was being renewed because I was going to Paris the next week. So I'm going through my head all the different ways that I can get through this. Now, how am I going to get into Canada, and what am I going to do if I don't get into Canada? And maybe at the end I'll tell you what actually happened. But the reason why I bring this up is because companies and organizations have problems. They have challenges, they have opportunities. Sometimes we're fighting arsonists where we create our own problems, like in my situation. But regardless of what it is, from my perspective, an organization, in order for it to be adaptable, needs to be masterful at identifying the best challenges that they can solve and solving those. There's nothing more important to me in an organization than figuring out what matters most to the organization, surfacing those challenges, and solving those challenges. Creating portfolios of challenges, to me, is the key to creating an adaptable organization.